Yeah. Now this week, because we are looking at the book Whatever Next, that means that we've been doing some activities that are connected to space. So I found a few books with space in them and I thought you might like me to read them to you. Space Tortoise. Now, I have never seen a space tortoise, have you? But he's got a bowl on his head. Looks like he's got a helmet, doesn't it? Once, in an old rusty bin, in an old rusty playground, in an old empty park, there lived a little tortoise. Oh, that's not a very nice place to live. Is it a bin? But maybe it would keep him dry. The tortoise's bin was cosy, warm, and it was dry all year round, even in the winter. What more could a little tortoise need? Oh, he's got a television and a lamp. He does look quite comfy, doesn't he? But the tortoise never saw any other animals in the park. Sometimes he would search for them in the long grass. I can't see any other animals, can you? Just the tortoise. He looked on top of the slide and under the swings, but he never found any. One night, the tortoise was gazing up at the sky. Look at those candles glowing up there, he said to himself. That must be where the other animals are. I wish I could join them. But how could a little tortoise get to the top of the sky? Oh, look, he's got a little candle and he's looking up at all of the stars in the sky. And there's the moon. If it's not wet and windy, sometimes when you look up on a night, you can see all the twinkling stars. I love to look at the stars. The next day, the tortoise found an old book in his bin. It was filled with pictures of space rockets. Does anybody know what a person who goes to space is called? That's right, an astronaut. Ooh. So that's what I need to get to the top of the sky, he said. But where will I find a rocket? Oh, he's looking a bit excited. I wonder where he's going to find a rocket. The tortoise peeked out of his bin, and there, right in front of the moon, was a rocket. What do you think he thinks is the rocket? Do you know what it is? It looks like a tower with a clock on. The little tortoise picked up his candle and set across the park. Soon, the tortoise came to a desert. It stretched far into the horizon, silent as a whisper. He made his way across the dunes, the pots, the broken statues, and the crumbling statues. Where do you think he is really? Is he in the desert? Or is he in a sandpit? I suppose if you were teeny, 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 it would seem massive, wouldn't it? The tortoise came to a great wide ocean. The wind had whipped the waves into a furious storm. The tortoise was afraid, but there was no turning back now. He found a boat and he set its sails to the wind. There's the tortoise and he's found a boat, look. Oh, and it's even got a sail. And he's heading towards what he thought was the rocket. At last, the tortoise came out of the farthest shore. There was the rocket right in front of him. It towered above the little tortoise. It was too high to climb. Tortoise is really diddy. Look at the tower all the way up there. But then he had an idea. The tortoise searched through a bin until he found what he needed. Then he sewed and he cut and he tightened and he twisted. I have no idea what he's sewing, do you? He made a balloon and it glowed like a tiny star as it carried the tortoise up, up, up through the night sky. Look, he's made a hot air balloon. I think he's making it go with his little candle. Oh, have you ever seen a hot air balloon outside? They look very pretty. The tortoise floated through the clouds right up to the rocket's tip. But there was a problem. He couldn't see the cockpit anywhere, or the boosters, or the fuel tank. There he is, look, in his hot air balloon. It definitely looks like a clock tower now, doesn't it? I wonder what tortoise is going to do. What a strange rocket, said the tortoise. I'm sorry to disturb you, said a voice, but this is not a rocket. Oh, can you see anybody? What's about here? Let's have a look. Oh, it looks like a rat or a mouse. The tortoise turned around and on the ledge was a teeny tiny mouse. "What are you doing up here?" And the tortoise was taken by surprise. "I'm looking at the stars." The mouse smiled. "Beautiful, aren't they?" It was quite a big mouse compared to the tortoise, but they both like the stars. The tortoise frowned. "Stars? You mean those little lights up there aren't candles being held by other animals?" "No," said the mouse. "There are no animals in the sky, just stars." The tortoise hung his head. "Oh dear." And he turned away to go home. Oh, he's sad because he was hoping to meet lots of other animals up in the sky. "Wait," said the mouse. "Why don't you stay for tea? My house is right here, see?" The tortoise could not believe his eyes. Behind the clock tower, on the other side of the park, there were hundreds of little animals. They each had their own houses lit by a candle. Oh, look at those woods. And let's look closely. Oh, there's lots of little lights and little houses. I wonder what lives in those. Sunshine's trying to make my pages disappear, but I'm not complaining about the sunshine. In fact, the candles looked just like stars. Oh, and look who lives in these animal boxes. I can see a badger and a fox. Let's see what else we can find. I wonder if there's a squirrel. Nope, don't think there's a squirrel. I think there might be a bear. What else can you see? It looks very pretty. Do you think it's as pretty as the sky? I don't think it's quite as pretty as the sky. But shall we have a look at this picture again? I like that. I would have that picture up on my wall. So, it said the book was called Space Tortoise, but did he go to space? No. But he tried to find a rocket, didn't he? And then he was looking for somebody, wasn't he? He was looking for friends. And he found the mouse. And the mouse showed him where lots of friends lived. And he didn't have to go to space, did he? I hope you enjoyed that story. Okay, see you soon. Bye.